Do you know what the first commandment is?
Do not worship any other God before me.
Right.
Because I'm number one.
Right. Well, he doesn't exactly say that, but kind of like that, yeah.
Well, stay tuned and check out what
See where it's found in the Bible.
Is. Yeah. Music. All right, welcome back to Thankful for Us.
Thankful for Us.
Our video podcast here in Iowa, the USA.
They can listen from anywhere, though, I think.
They can, but
yeah,
but this is where we're broadcasting.
That's right.
Yeah. So we're going to have a Bible verse, and we're going to discuss what we think it's about, right?
Yeah.
Well, what I think it's about, and she's going to tell us what it really is.
No, that's not true. That's not true. We just do the best that we can. We can.
All right, so today's Bible verse is...
Well, you asked me last time if the 10 Commandments are in the Bible.
Yes, that's right.
That?
We did talk about the 10 Commandments. Was there 2 or was there 10? Or did he drop one of those tablets and there was actually 15?
That's the
right?
Hollywood version.
All right.
It actually says in here, now I lost that. I think that it says that there were actually 2 tablets,
Right.
but there were 10 commandments.
Okay.
And this was given on Mount Sinai to
Right.
Moses.
Uh-huh.
God gave it to Moses on Mount Sinai.
Thank you, Moses.
Yes. And the first place it's found a couple of places in the Bible. It's found in Exodus. And so the first place that I'm going to go is Exodus 20. And it starts with it says it starts with verse 2, but it kind of starts at the beginning. And it said, and God spoke all of these words. Okay, and starting with verse 2, it says, I am the Lord your God who brought you out of Egypt, out of the land of slavery. You shall have no other gods before me.
It's the first one.
Yes,
Okay.
That's to be the first commandment then. And that's when you were talking about that we couldn't quite get the words right.
Right.
Like you are...
No other God before me.
Right.
It's just me.
Right. So we aren't to have any other... We aren't to worship any other gods.
Mm-hmm.
Which sounds easy, kind of, right?
Right.
But, we live in a very materialistic world.
This is true. People worship other things.
Right. And that's kind of the whole... our whole society is kind of built on, getting the most money, getting the most toys, getting the most power.
Mm-hmm.
Right. And that can become our idols, right?
Mm-hmm.
That can become our gods.
Right.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So, and I just wanted to mention, too, that the 10 Commandments are listed in the Bible, but you might hear them in a different order. See, like here's what I found.
Okay.
I found my small catechism from when I was in confirmation.
When you were small.
When I was small. When I was in confirmation.
Many moons
Many
ago.
years ago. Like 10 years ago when I was 13. And I learned this as the first commandment. I am the Lord thy God. Mm-hmm. Thou shalt have no other gods before me.
Amen.
Right. But I also learned, them in a certain order, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Mm-hmm.
And since then I've heard some commandments in different orders. And I would just say that whatever order they're in, it's...
Right. No other one is important.
I think...
Except for that first one.
I think the first one is probably the most important,
I
because
think so
if we
too.
put God first in our lives, other things will follow and fall into place the way that they're supposed to if we put God first in our lives. You also are supposed to put, God first, and then your spouse second, and the kids third. And sometimes that gets a little bit...
I know.
That gets a little tangled too, don't you think? Especially
Depends
for
on
us
who
moms,
you're
I
mad
think.
out of.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Whoever
Who you're mad at.
you're talking to
Right.
this week.
And I think that moms especially get a little bit tangled with that because, our kids are our whole lives.
Mm-hmm.
And it's sometimes hard to put our spouses before our kids.
Mm-hmm.
But God commands that of us, that we put
Right.
that's the order of things. That it's God and then our spouse and then our kids.
Right.
And so...
Well, I think that's because the kids probably need more help than the spouse. They're old enough; they should be able to.
You'd think.
Take care of themselves, but the kids need help.
Yeah, except I've said that I have 4 kids sometimes.
Yeah, who's the 4th one?
You.
Me.
But you've probably said that about me too sometimes. I don't know.
No,
Sometimes you say that.
because you act like a child.
Because I act like a child. Because I'm so young.
Yes,
Yeah.
you are.
Mm-hmm. Right. Right. So, what do you think about that?
Yeah, I think that's a good order, but that's what I was saying, that there was only 2 commandments because that one commandment kind of covers everything. God comes first, and that covers everything. You can't kill, you can't steal, you can't commit adultery, and that's what I was trying to say.
Yeah, but he does give us these commandments to try to live by, even though, we all fail, of course. And in my book of catechism, we always had what does this mean? And our answer for this is we should fear, love, and trust in God above.
Fear, love.
Fear, love, and trust in God above.
Oh, like fear and love?
And love and trust, yes.
Not the fear, love.
No.
Right.
Fearing God, what do you think of when you think of fearing God?
It's like going to the principal's office or something like that.
Yeah. Is that
or-
what you think of?
Yeah, or when you're driving down the car and you see those lights on in your rearview mirror, you get that, what do I do now?
Okay. Okay, good.
And,
Yeah. Yeah.
And you get that feeling like that's the fear I get.
Okay, yeah. Because this the catechism that I grew up with, which is a Lutheran catechism. I'm not saying it's all right or all wrong, but I'm saying I think it explains it pretty good because it says that you can have there's 2 different kinds of fear that it's talking about. And one is like a slavish fear, when we fear God because we are afraid of punishment.
Yep, that's exactly, yeah.
Yep, that can be part of it. But there's also a childlike fear, when we fear God so dearly that we wish to do nothing that is against his will.
Really?
Yeah, it's kind of like...
the opposite.
Like, the opposite?
Yeah, I mean, you fear him so bad that you're going to do something else.
No, you fear him so much that you have respect for him and you don't want to do the wrong thing. Kind of like a fear of, like, I think of like a grandma that that says, "Did you go to church today?" And you don't want to let her down, so you go, "Yeah, I went to church, Grandma."
Right.
I'm going to church, or something like that.
Mm-hmm. So you lie.
No, you don't. No.
Well, you lie to your grandma.
No, you don't lie to your grandma. You go to church because you know that your grandma expects you to go to church.
Okay.
And you respect her, so you kind of want to keep going, and you want to keep doing what your grandma wants you to do, even if you don't
want to
let her down.
Right.
Well, it's not necessarily that you don't want to do it, but it gives you some what's the word I'm looking for? It gives you some accountable.
Okay.
Keeps you accountable.
Keeps you accountable.
Yeah.
Very good. Yeah.
So there's part of it.
So read that second one again.
Okay. When we love God so dearly that we wish to do nothing that is against his will.
Oh, okay. All right.
Okay. So we love him so much that we want to please him.
Mm-hmm.
That's part of fearing God
Sure.
too.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Kind of like, children too, or love their parents so much that they don't want to do anything.
They don't want to disappoint them and stuff like that. Right.
Right. Till they become teenagers.
Right. And they know it all.
Right. Then they want to.
Mm-hmm.
No. But that's why I think of fear, too. I always think I don't want to disappoint God.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I have thought that. There's probably been other times when I guess I probably didn't care enough, but...
Well, that's like doing God's work and everything like that. You want to please Him and do His way.
Right.
Do the right way.
Right.
And actually try even harder to do it right.
Right. We do try harder.
Right? We want to do it right. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. I think we do all try that. We all fail, but...
Sure. Well, we're only human.
We don't say these commandments because we do them right. Necessarily. Yeah. We try, just like everybody out there tries.
That's right. Try your best.
Right. And we try to not fail, but we do.
So,
and that's why God sent His Son to die for us.
Right.
That we have grace in Jesus.
Because we were doing so bad, He had to send somebody down there and kick some butt.
Right. Well, yeah. I mean,
he
sent somebody to save us, to give us grace, so that because of our sins we're forgiven.
Right.
Because we can't pay for it ourselves. Right. We can't do the best. We will disappoint God. It's like
and
us as children,
too. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And it's like children. Children can do their best to not disappoint their parents, but
yet they still do.
We disappointed our parents, I'm sure.
And yeah, we probably did the same thing.
Yeah, and it's
very good. So,
and I don't know that parents are always disappointed. They might be disappointed in actions. I don't know that they're always disappointed in the kid. I don't know. It
depends what you did.
But we aren't saying we are.
No.
So, I don't know. I guess I thought that was interesting.
You don't
have much to say about this
one.
Yeah,
that's the main one, I think. I mean, that's you can't idle anything else,
But I do think we take it for granted, and I think we forget sometimes because we get so caught up in this world, because this world doesn't put God first.
Right, that's for sure. They say they do, but
who says that?
I don't know. They? Yeah, they.
They do?
Yeah, everybody is they.
I don't know, because so much of it is money.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen the bumper sticker that says, "He who dies with the most toys wins"?
No.
You ever seen that bumper sticker?
No.
I don't like that bumper sticker because you know where your toys are going to be when you die?
Yeah, in somebody else's hands.
You're right. Right. Our old pastor used to say he's been to lots and lots of funerals and he's never seen a U-Haul connected to the hearse.
Nope.
Because nothing goes with us, right?
This is true. So I have heard that like the Hell's Angels used to bury their members with their motorcycle.
Well, where do you think that motorcycle stayed, though?
It's in the ground.
Right. So I don't think that's doing them much good either.
He's going to pop
So wherever
out
their soul went,
right.
The motorcycle didn't go with them because motorcycles don't have souls.
Still trying to start it up there, and it's still still can't get that thing started.
So that was a waste of a motorcycle, really.
Well, I think so. It went with them, so like it wasn't given away, To, like you said, you can't take it with you. So everybody else gets your stuff. Well, nobody's going to get his motorcycle.
Okay. Well, that sounds pretty selfish, though, to me.
That's true.
Because when I go, what little stuff I have, I want people to have it.
That's right. Yeah, I ain't going to need
Except you, honey. Aww. I don't want anybody to have you.
So you going to bury me with you?
No. I didn't say I'm going to bury you with me.
You going to come with you?
No, you're not. Eventually.
Gonna put us both in that casket.
Oh,
You know.
you're turning this upside down. I just meant I love my husband. And I guess if you can be somebody else's good husband, I guess you can be.
Oh, you're the best. I picked a good one.
But she better be good to you.
Very good. So, number one.
Yes. I am the Lord your God, and you shall have no other gods before me. That is the first commandment.
And that was written by the fingers of the Lord.
Right. And it does go on to say about idols. We're not supposed to build up any idols. So, like when Moses was up getting the 10 Commandments, they built a golden calf.
Golden calf, yeah.
Yes. And they worshiped that because I think we as human beings feel like we need something to see.
Right.
To worship.
We don't believe in it, though. You don't see air, but you breathe it all the time.
Right.
A lot
Good
of stuff.
point.
Yeah.
Good point. Yeah. Although we've seen some air lately, haven't we? We've had some windy days.
Yeah.
Mark here, I just said he looks red, and he said he got windburned this weekend. He was outside and he got windburned. So the air is there. The air is real. God is real.
Yeah. Amen. It's a good one. So.
Really? I don't know. You think?
Oh, yeah.
It's a good one. I don't mean it's not a good one. I don't know if we did it justice. So.
Gonna have to do some editing on this one.
Editing? You do editing on these?
Oh, yeah.
And they still turn out like this?
That's why we sound so good, and so many people are watching us and listening to us.
They are?
Yeah.
Who's listening?
And they're going to subscribe and ring that bell.
They are? Oh,
ring
good.
That bell. Yeah, we didn't do a song.
Oh, there's
today.
a song.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, there you go.
It's Ring My Bell, isn't it? Ring my bell.
Yeah.
Ring my bell, my bell. Who sang that?
I don't know.
Oh, see, I remember that song.
That was a disco time.
Was it?
Yeah.
I know I was pretty young. I remember.
The only one I know is Donna Summers, I think. Maybe she did that.
Did she?
I'll have to look that one up.
I don't know. I remember some kid. I remember the kid in my class that used to sing that song.
Really?
Yeah. I thought it was dirty. Was it a dirty song?
I don't know.
Ring my bell.
I don't know.
Ring my bell.
Yeah, maybe she just walks around with a bell around her neck or something. I don't know.
Like a cow?
Uh-huh.
Maybe. I don't know.
All right. Probably worships it like with that golden calf.
I don't think so.
No.
I don't think that was it. I don't know. I don't know what the words meant. I just remember thinking it was probably, dirty.
Probably was.
I don't know. Let us know.
So don't forget to subscribe, right? And we're going to see you on the next
Listen to our other
video
podcast because,
podcast.
We don't know what's going on. So it's going to be a surprise.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
And
a surprise
stay
every
tuned.
day. Never know how Mark's going to react. Never know what I'm going to come up with.
Y'all have a good night now.
Bye. Love you, honey.
Thank you. Mwah.